hustling my whole life. I stay hustling my whole life.
Pitchin Grindin podcast with your host Klassik Anya Daffe and Aaron.
What up? We here. What's going
Pitchin
on?
Grindin, what's going on?
What's going on, y'all? I guess I'm having some technical difficulties or something today. I don't know. It's weird.
These iPhone.
Whose iPhone is it?
Who was the phone?
It's
is
the
that?
mine. It's the same phone I always use for the meetings. It's the same.
So who was
Same.
Steve's?
Me.
Bullshit.
What that name?
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
It's just the beginning of a name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that ain't the beginning of your name.
No. It's what I named this phone. I have two different phones.
Ladies and
so I had to do a
gentlemen,
different iCloud.
I don't know if you know who, when people are bullshitting, Anaya's bullshitting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry
That's
about
terrible.
it. If she
We'll
was
let
telling
you
the truth,
slide.
she'd get real defensive if you say she was bullshitting. But yeah. Nonetheless, yo, man, OJ passed this week. You got a lot of people saying, negative things. I mean, what can you say? The man he has passed away. I mean, he wasn't guilty, but it seems like.
I felt like that was real disrespectful. And it's a lot of people, you didn't have that much negativity spewed when somebody like Jeffrey Dahmer passed away.
No.
Who was convicted and who had multiple bodies. There's a whole Netflix series on this man as a freaking serial killer, and there wasn't as much negativity spewed. I just felt like it was extremely disrespectful. People need to do better. You only die once.
But the thing is, he was found innocent. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Exactly.
In a court of law.
It was disrespectful as hell. And I just feel like, that was a prime example of, as a Black person in America, it doesn't matter what you accomplish. That one thing will, that one negative thing that you weren't even found guilty of will be what people try to make as your legacy. And that's bullshit.
Well, you see what Caitlyn Jenner at Good Written to somebody else said, your ass is next, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yep.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
She got some room. He got some room.
That's a little rude. But I will say this though.
And you didn't say it when he was alive.
Yeah, of course. Nobody said nothing when he was alive.
OJ was a big man. He'd fuck you up.
Exactly. So keep that same energy, oh boy.
So I will say this though. This OJ went away from himself for a little bit, right? Like Jay-Z said, OJ. But before he went, wherever he's going, if you believe in it, he did come back home. It was good to see Cam and Mace. I said, damn, they gave him a platform, and he was pretty funny.
Yeah.
They showed him a lot of love.
Yeah.
A couple other things, platform showed him love, but not like, Mace and Cameron. That was pretty cool. His last hurrah, you could see that, people that look like him actually loved him for even if he did make a mistake, he could look past it.
Man, so many people have made mistakes, and not only mistakes,
forget about
people that have made mistakes and been convicted of those mistakes, like that girl who freaking killed her mom with her boyfriend. He's still locked up. She's out.
Yeah.
And they're making her famous. She's getting all kinds of money for bookings and all kinds of crap. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the disrespect was really, it got under my skin. I ain't even gonna hold you. I was just like,
to judge a person on what they have done in the past is hard. Like what you do at 20 is not really who you are at 60.
But not only that, everybody
he was found innocent. He wasn't guilty of anything. They found him.
Let's just be real.
They found him guilty on the civil. Of course, they was going to do that, and then Nevada, everything else, they was going to find him guilty on that because they were get back cases because they didn't get him on the other case, the main case, to put him in jail.
Well, this country doesn't look at that. I mean, this country.
The judge even said in the Nevada case, she said she was mad and pissed at him. So she was.
It depends on who you are.
It
How
does.
you get more time and get charged with kidnapping and everything else? Mm-hmm. You didn't even have a gun, but the people in the room that had the gun didn't even get no time.
Mm.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's complete BS. Like this girl, that everybody done had on their show. They making her famous now and all this crap. She killed her mom. Yeah, was her mom abusive and had her under certain circumstances? But at the end of the day, the dude that she coerced to kill her mother is still locked up. Yeah, he's still locked up, probably gonna be locked up for the rest of his life. And she out here getting bookings and people that made her into a celebrity when we know for a fact that was her doing. I'm talking about planning from start to finish. She was convicted of it. Like there's without a doubt. And when she dies, I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna say all these harsh things. It's really jacked up.
When Jeffrey Dahmer died, they didn't do anything like that.
Exactly.
They turned him into a celebrity.
When presidents kill Gaddafi, they give him a medal.
Exactly.
I mean, who's to say who's right?
The lady that accused Emmett Till of raping her and everything like that.
Yeah,
when she finally came out and said that he didn't do it, they didn't say nothing to it. They wouldn't make a big uproar of that.
Yeah, they let her ass.
That went right up under the rug.
Yeah, they swept it under the rug. It made news, and that was it.
Well, she was lying. Everybody's like, we knew
about a lot.
Like, we already knew she was lying.
Yeah,
I feel like we have to do a better job of protecting each other because ain't nobody gonna do it for us. You know what I'm saying? We have to do a much better job of uplifting each other, not tearing each other down. And I say that in lieu of all the stuff that's been going on with Diddy as well, because that's been the common thing. Everybody want to make memes, everybody want to make jokes, everybody want to make, and that's one of the things that I hate about social media is as essential as social media is to a lot of people's success and business. I really hate what it has done to the urban community as far as knowing that it's a time and place for everything and people don't take nothing serious no more. Like everything is a joke.
You're right, but I will say this. Do you remember, because we all around the same age, do you remember our parents and their friends being this immature?
No.
My mother and I had that conversation. My mom and I had that conversation. She was like, y'all are different, 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds. She was like, I was retiring from the military when I was 39. I was I was your mom retiring from the military. And,
listen, I don't remember my mother going out with her girls, and my mother was fine.
No, my mom.
No, I'm just
mom
saying.
Had a social life, but it would be like military functions and parties, like
stuff like that. But it wouldn't be a turn up like on a Thursday. Like, yo, we take care of our family. We taking care of our family, and we might go to our sister's birthday every now and then. But we ain't out 3-4 times. We watching we watching our family, and we're making sure our family is good.
Well, it wasn't 3-4 times a week, but my mom, Wednesdays was her night. You know what I'm saying? It was NCO night at the military club. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
NCO stands for non-commissioned officers. So she was an NCO, and Wednesdays was like their night. She would
that's partying with a purpose. That's
you know what I'm saying? That was their night. It was around other military people, obviously. And I used to look forward to Wednesday nights because that means I got to get Burger King with my Clearly Canadian. And life was great.
Yeah.
I just don't remember our parents being this
it was never like that.
My mom cooked a lot. I didn't eat a lot of fast food, so that was my fast food night.
My parents was never like this. Like
the
way the world is now is it's no good.
Hey, Klassik, could you imagine our pops? Someone, this is on social media. What the fuck is social media? A motherfucker that don't know me gonna tell me something about myself.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
This world is going to shit.
It's hell in a handbag, as they say.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's what the old folks say. It's going to hell in a handbag.
Hey man, I feel sorry for these kids because they're suffering. They think it's sweet outside till they get outside and it's cold.
Yeah. And because they think they have this, they so in there, I don't care about this, I don't care about that. To where when they do realize how much all this stuff they claim they don't care about affects them, it's gonna be so far gone.
There's no leaders, there's nothing out here. So when something happens, they're just gonna look at it like, oh, it just happens, but not knowing that it's gonna really affect you or your kids or whoever you taking care of.
I don't think people care about their kids.
They don't.
It's definitely not like it used to be. I saw this. I can't remember exactly. Oh yeah, it was a clip. It was an old flashback of Love and Hip Hop with Fizz talking to his baby mama's mom. And he's like, you know, as a grandparent, I would appreciate, and I feel like you should want to try to, you know, pick up her slack. He wasn't asking for money. His baby mom was supposed to get the kid on the weekends. He got the kid full time. And the grandmother says to him, I think you're delusional. I think you're out of your mind. I think you just need to take her to court and sue her for full custody, talking about her own daughter. I think
you gotta know, you also have to know who you're dealing with, right?
Yeah. But
she knows her daughter.
I'm like, what kind of grandparent don't want to see their grandkid on the weekend, but then you telling him that he shouldn't like, because I agree with him. Like, if you can't help me, you know, why should I allow you in the kid's life? Like, I'm not asking you to take full, because I have the kid full time. I'm just asking a weekend here and there. As a grandparent, you can't do that. Like,
well, I mean, you talking to me and Klassik, we two men that, you know, we already know.
I grew up with my grandparents.
Huh?
I grew up with my grandparents, so that's crazy to me.
If you talk to most men nowadays and you say, what you gonna do for your grandkids? Oh, I'm living life. I'm thinking to myself, you're not gonna try to send them to an Ivy League school if you could? You're not gonna try to get it for them to send them to Montessori schools? Like, everybody like, yeah, I want to get them toys. Now you better get them educated and smart out this motherfucker, because
people selfish, man.
Most of us in our generation, like the whole millennials, and I would say like Gen X and millennials, most of us, like,
I'm Gen A.
Our parents had good sense, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of us, our like core values and a lot of the stuff that we carry with us into adulthood came from our grandparents. And you don't have real grandparents anymore. The grandparents are still in the club. When
the parents in the club too.
Exactly. That's
everybody in the club.
So it's been
and you know what? The kids can't dance worth the fuck, these little TikTokers.
Anymore. We don't have any real elders anymore. They doing these TikToks where you got the grandma, the mom, and the kid, and they all 15 years apart. Come on now. There's no elders.
You 50 years old. You shouldn't be on dancing on TikTok.
No. They're 15 years apart. So
yeah, you got a 15, a 30-year-old, and a 45-year-old. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. There's no real elders.
Well, I ain't no fucking elder, but I got a lot of fucking, what do you call that?
But you had a real elder. We've heard the stories about your grandparents. They didn't play. You had real elders.
Yeah, these people are funny, man. What y'all think about these battles that's going on? Drake, Rick Ross.
I think it's good.
Kendrick.
I think it's great.
Well, I can't listen to J. Cole.
I wouldn't apologize, but I think it's
I'm
good.
not apologize. That's part of hip hop. You don't apologize.
And in life and in history and in society, all things change. And I can appreciate the different perspective that the apology has given in hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. It's fucking hip hop.
When the battles and everything in hip hop first started, hip hop didn't have the association with violence that it has now.
Shit,
violence always been in hip hop.
Shit,
they always
because
they had the vice lords, they had the GD.
There was no drill music.
It's always been there.
They wasn't shooting. They was doing this in New York. They was hitting each other.
It always been there.
The black spades was knifing you down.
Social media just brings it to the light of people being able to know about it.
Hip hop was not as universal, and hip hop was nowhere near as violent. It was
It was all gangs. That's where hip hop was.
All gangs.
But what I'm saying is, it was a more isolated thing. Hip hop is universal now. It was not universal.
That's because of social media, not
it was
because
universal
of what it was.
But they were stabbing the shit out of each other.
Always
before social media, hip hop was becoming universal. Because I remember when I was in Germany when Big passed. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's been universal before social media, but the violence and just like the ignorance spewed there, like we talked about, there's no balance in it anymore. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like an artist like Cole would have to be the one to try to create that balance, because he's one of the few that actually live the shit that he talk about, just living in modesty. You know what I'm saying?
He's done. I mean, he threw a fucking festival. He's doing big things. I mean, he don't even need to get in a rap battle. But if you're gonna get in a battle, you might as well go by the rules.
And I feel like
my thing is with him is, my thing with him is, people were saying his verse was whack. So that could be one reason why I think he took it down, because of the simple fact of nobody really cared about his verse the way he thought people was going to care about it.
You well, I feel like what
it had nothing to it. It was, you might well shouldn't even reply back.
Well, see, that's what I was going to get at. I feel like most of the people, it wasn't just they said that it was whack. It was more so the majority of people that I discussed it with felt like you could just hear that he really didn't want to do it to begin with.
He couldn't say nothing about Kendrick. There's nothing you could say about him.
Like he didn't want to, it's just like, that's like, me having somebody that's a counterpart that I really respect their body of works, and I really respect their artistry and what they do. And now I'm put in a situation where I'm supposed to talk shit about them. I actually like their music. What you mean?
Why go into the studio? Why take the time to record it? Why
going with the flow and going with what's the norm and the status quo, and then realizing, hey, I'm not a status quo type of artist. That's not who I am. And I want to let it be known on my platform at my festival.
He just found that out, though.
I'm not doing that.
I will tell you this: Rick Ross never goes away from. He just never runs from the battle. I'll give him
what you know what I'm saying. Keep the violence away. Keep it dirty. Keep. This is what brings excitement to the game instead of being friends with everybody, because it's a competitive situation. Just like
I like Rick Ross when he does this.
You ain't got to kill a motherfucker to not like him on a basketball court, but it's a competitive. And so at the end of the day, you ain't supposed to like.
So I agree with that, and that's the one thing that I feel like Cole could have done differently. I feel like he could have put it in his lyrics that, you know what I'm saying, like, I respect you, woo, woo, but you know what I'm saying, in this battle, I'm gonna murk you, like, type shit. I feel like he's talented enough to where he really could have just put that in a song and really killed it.
Maybe J. Cole has a writer himself. Maybe he don't write his shit.
Never know.
Maybe he ain't the one that's penning all of this. Maybe he got some go. Maybe we got. Remember back in the day, this is what I liked about CDs and tapes, though. You used to open this shit up.
You could see who wrote everything,
and you could see who wrote it. And I would look at some names. I'm like,
used to love those.
I'm like, oh, that was the favorite part.
Mine too. Be like, there's one artist, but there's 6 writers. Why is there 6 writers for one artist on one song? Because you used to see it all the time. Like, man, there's a lot of writers. I
used to always look at that. That was one of the main things I used to always look at.
So people been writing music for others
for a long
time. For a long time. Yeah, because I used to love that. You rip it open.
That was everybody's favorite part. You go see who wrote, who was the producers on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get to see all that extra stuff. Now it's nothing.
Had the lyrics.
Yeah, like they don't even put that up.
The lyrics was right there.
Like,
I used to like the inside art. I used to really look forward to that.
Write a lot of Spanish.
Well, the CDs was good because they open up this wide and you reading the scroll.
Listen, one of the best discographies, like, inserts ever was Selena's album. Like, Dreaming of
Selena?
Yes. She had everything.
A dump truck.
Lyrics, everything. Say what?
A dump truck.
She did have a dump truck. But it came out later that she actually had a BBL.
And she probably had to go to Colombia to get that thing then. Because they was ahead of the curve.
I think she got it in Mexico, yeah. But
yeah, they've been doing BBLs a long time. You just had to have the paper.
Yeah, and people didn't know back then. You see what I'm saying?
I knew because I touched it.
Allegedly.
No, I touched it. I was in Corpus Christi, Texas. I went like that.
She had everything, credits and everything, writers, all of that, lyrics, English and Spanish. For the songs that she had that she did in English on the album,
right?
She had the lyrics in Spanish.
Yeah, because it was half. She did half English, half Spanish. That was her that's where she was getting ready to pop over.
And she had the lyrics in English and Spanish for every single song on the album. I don't think anybody has done that since then, to be honest with you.
Well, ain't nobody that creative did she even think about.
She was
that.
Pretty. She was on her way. She was getting ready to go. She would have been Shakira. She would have Shakira's.
Shakira could never.
I mean, she done did something, so she did it.
I mean, Shakira cool, but she didn't have the, like, man, if Shakira was to pass away 20 years from now, they're not going to still be doing candlelight vigils for her. I'm sorry.
No.
Selena got that. Selena, anything for Selena.
Hey, did that lady ever get out of prison?
No, she get out next year. We waiting on her.
Oh, they do?
What does this?
Yeah.
Are you part of the Selena
We waiting
Club?
on her. Come on, Yolanda Saldivar.
Damn, you know her name.
Yes. Yolanda. We've been waiting on you, boo.
You know what they did to Blanco? They got her.
Oh, yeah. She was walking from a store.
Yeah, she knew what she was doing.
Yeah,
she put herself out there. Yeah,
Speaking of which,
she probably thought she was good then by the time she did that.
I have a bone to pick with our urban community, my dope boys, the hustlers, and all of y'all. I need y'all to do y'all research before y'all start naming companies, doing merch and all this shit of Griselda Blanco, glorifying her when she was nothing but a freaking crack whore at the end of the day.
Well, I mean, don't judge her come up, because she could. No, don't judge her come up.
She became a crackhead after she came up. What's judging? Like, no, she was a freaking crackhead.
So okay, women
they all did that though.
Women are rough on each other. Let me tell you something. She came up. She was raped. She was a prostitute. She probably has a. She has a.
Yeah. I'm not tripping on the prostitution part. I actually like how she came up as far as that. Like, she made the best of her situation.
You don't think those leave demons though, being taken apart like that as a child and a young person as you come up? There has to be something wrong. Demons kill your husband.
Her biggest demon was not the fact that she was dealing with the trauma from prostitution and rape and all of that. Her biggest demon was her ego, and that's what caused her to be on that crack like that. If you watch the series and then you watch the documentary with, the people actually closer to her, because it didn't come out until the Netflix documentary that she was, on crack. And that was really her downfall.
They all did crack though.
Let me tell you something, because
she let it control her. That's the thing.
Let me tell you something, because me and
all
Ken,
the top drug dealers did that.
Yeah, me and Ken come around some of the top you gonna ever meet.
They all did it.
They all, like, if they were dealing heroin, they sniff coke.
Yeah, they all did it.
They all
sniffing coke and smoking crack is two different things.
Listen, I knew
smoking rock.
I don't judge that, because I know that a lot of these guys that get to that, they have issues.
Yeah,
like they don't tell you the shit they go through.
Issues. Everybody got issues. You got
and when
issues.
you're chemically dependent, when you're a chemically dependent person like that, there's issues.
It's all boiling down to your choices. We all have issues.
Listen, because I tell look at you see these liquor stores. There's more alcoholics in this country than anything. All that we had this wine. Drinking wine every day ain't no better than smoking crack every day. And let me tell you another thing that's coming out that nobody really talking about. All y'all that's gambling on these little apps right here, they gonna get you. They getting you.
Don't owe no child support.
That's addiction.
They gonna get you.
Don't owe no child support. Cause they taking all your winnings, boo. You not finna see it. All that back child support and stuff. That's what they not telling them. All them on this FanDuel, getting them winnings, and you go to withdraw your winnings. Nope, it's gone, baby. Child support has cleaned you out.
Go to a casino. They can't clean you out.
Yeah, because all child support, Cash App, all of them now is they will take child support. Will take your money up out of there. Like that. That's crazy. But yeah, so that was
as long as they ain't paying. If they ain't paying,
so you're a woman. I got a question, because I've noticed something about women, right? Mm-hmm. And you're a kind woman, right? I'm not gonna say nice, but you're a kind woman, right? How come women hate each other?
You said how come what?
Women really hate each other, I've noticed.
A lot of women don't hate each other. Like, there is a lot of women, like there's a lot of girls. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, the girls don't get pushed on social media because it's not as entertaining as two women at each other's throats. Zeus Network and That's Now TV, these platforms, they're not pushing shows showing the women that's out here supporting each other, the women that's actually putting each other in position to win. They're showing women trying to tear each other's head off behind some BS.
So that's funny you mentioned it, because most of these, what I've noticed, because men are probably the biggest gossipers. So we'll get that out the way. We know that, right?
Yeah.
But women with all this women empowerment.
And men are the ones behind these networks a lot of times too.
Yes, they are. I didn't want to get into that. You expose it. Yes, it is. But the other thing, you have all the women empowerment meetings and get-togethers, and the women hate each other. They can't stand each other.
Don't mistake it. Because the real women that are empowering other women aren't having these big women empower. They're doing it on a level of, hey, I know you do such and such. I had somebody inquire about woo woo, and I mentioned you to them. You see what I'm saying? That's the real.
So the good ones never get pushed ahead. Because me and Ken know, me and Klassik noticed and said, damn, women hate each other.
No, these brunches are put on, half of these brunches, I would say 75%, because not all of them are BS. 75% of them are put on by a group of mean girls, popular mean girls, that either have a look, have a brand, and they are soliciting you for money to be a part of just for the opportunity to be a part of their in crowd. So you can be cool like them. You're hoping for a shout out or something, a picture with these girls so you can look like you're in that circle, but they don't give a shit about you. Mm-hmm. You're just a ticket at this event. They don't really care about your brand, your business, what you have going on, or any of that. Most of the women empowering that I see is done on a level to where the women that are putting other women in position, they are not looking for any type of spotlight whatsoever. They just they are pretty much operating on like how Cat Williams and Prince have operated in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Where
in the shadows.
They do a lot, but you don't hear them talk about what they do.
Okay. Well, then you put me in my place. I just was like,
it's a lot of really boss.
But I'm wanting to talk. I don't know why I'm talking. Somebody would be like, yeah, I'm throwing an event. I'm like, if it ain't a fleet event, I ain't fucking going.
That's how I feel.
I said, the fuck I look like going to your event? I don't even care about you. Well, you don't like me? No, to like is to care. I don't care. I don't care. Oh, it's a brother. No, it's not. I got a real brother. Then I got Klassik. I got my brothers. I don't need any more. And my brothers in Klassik, they don't even like me half the time. So I'm not coming up to your event. Like, yeah, bro, you should come to my event. Not happening.
That's terrible.
Oh, yeah, be like, yeah, come to my birthday party. It's not my old lady's birthday. I'm not going. Not my kids. I could care less. What am I going to do?
Yeah, I'm kind of there too when it comes to stuff like that. Like
I don't just go to
what am I going to do? Help me blow his candles out? Oh, Nathaniel's in the building. What up?
I don't just go to people's stuff. It got to make sense.
Yeah, I don't really do.
Yeah, that's it's the same with that too.
A lot of my friends that have kids, I can honestly say I don't think I've gone to their kids' birthday parties because I don't have kids. I'm not a mom. So
half of them is ugly anyway. I don't see them smack the shit out of them.
You don't even.
Oh, what up?
What up?
Yo.
What's going on?
Hey, what's good, man? Man, before we get an introduction, I gotta. You have young children, right?
Yep.
And they're handsome little kids now, right? But when you bring them to school, right? Do you ever see like the ugly classmates they got with them? Because you can call little babies ugly.
All the time.
No, you can call it.
You said all the time.
You got gorgeous kids, but you ever see a little kid so ugly, you'd be like, his parents shouldn't have fucked.
Well, you just don't go get right into it, huh? You're not.
He ain't wasting no time, man.
Yeah, he ain't wasting no time. Right in.
Thanks. What up, y'all? What's popping?
What's good, man? He just went right past the question.
He said, "Fuck your question."
Oh, I said, nah. I said all the time. I ain't gonna hold you. It's hard to answer when it's true. And I'm envisioning like two of them that I see every day, and I'm like, damn, I'm going to hell. So
listen, you might as well go ahead and get security to go with you to the next PTA meeting because they're gonna be waiting on you. The parents waiting on you.
I'm not gonna hold you either because you got a lot of important stuff going on, big things going on. But them little kids that's ugly like that, they learn how to walk when they 3 months because don't nobody want to pick their ugly ass up.
Yeah.
Like, no, they learn how to drive a car at 5. Don't nobody want to bring their ass to fucking T-ball.
See, that's some bullshit.
See, you ain't got no grandkids yet, Aaron. You might want to chill. You ain't got no grandkids yet. You might want to chill. You might want to relax.
Right.
Yeah.
It's coming.
God don't like ugly.
Ugly is coming for you.
If they ugly, I'ma still love them. They just gonna be ugly. And I'm gonna blame their grandmother's side. That's their grandmother's fault.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. What's good, man?
What's going on, man?
Chilling.
Tell us what you got going on that's new. What's up?
I'm chilling, man. Yesterday we just had the album release party for Snow, for Mia Snow, for the artist, my artist. Shout out to the Fleet for having her on about 2 weeks back. You know what I mean? I really appreciate y'all for doing a national call with her. But it was a movie, man. Like, yo, the album is out today. Her birthday's today. We had like 400 people in Atlanta just fucking line wrapped around a building type shit. And we only been at it for like 6 months. So to see that type of progress in a short time, I mean, it's real. It means something real is happening.
Nice.
So the talent you did get, is it coming because you had artists run with you on like summertime tours? Did you see her on something like that? Because you guys are good talent scouts out there yourself.
What's funny, I appreciate that. But what's funny is like as many artists as we saw on our tours and on our runs, I had just started the label top of last year. And I just feel like I wasn't really ready to grab nobody. Nobody made me feel like, damn, like I'm ready to spend my bread on this. And I just saw her just randomly 6 months into the year, wasn't financially ready, wasn't really mentally ready. I was still at the height of pushing my career. I was still rolling out my singles and stuff. Yeah. But when you see something that's right, you just can't pass up on it, and I couldn't pass up on the opportunity to get the behind this artist supported. And it was the best decision I ever made, yo. For real.
What made you, get behind her? What was the qualities that she had that was like, yo, I gotta sign this girl?
First and foremost, it was a story. She come from foster care. She's a white artist, was in foster care and adopted by black families a lot of, throughout her childhood. So her connection to us, she kind of just fit right in. And then her music is so versatile. She can make the trappy shit. She can make country records. She can make the R&B joints. So I just seen this scope. Then she was only 20. She just turned 21 today. But just the youth and the maturity level, her hunger. So I'm like, yo, she just got some qualities that if I take all of the things I've been through and help her skip some lines, I think that we can fast forward things. And it really worked out that way. It was just, I've been an artist for 15 years. I've got all the bumps and bruises. I've developed all the relationships that I need. So I'm like, okay, let me just put somebody right here instead of taking myself out of it. Some fresh new energy. And it just makes sense that way,
What's up? What's up with the podcast you guys got getting ready to launch?
Oh, the joint with Bel Air, the Bars and Bottles joint.
Yeah, talk about it.
Oh, dope. Yeah. So I've been trying to get that shit up and running for a year. It's so crazy. But Bel Air was in the process of building out a location in Atlanta where they was like, it'll be better to kind of do something down here. So what I wanted to do was create a performance platform where you see these mic drop platforms everywhere, but I wanted to have some more substance to it. So when I open up, I'm going to like ask the person a couple of questions. I let Bel Air know early on. I said, the first question I'll ask them is what flavor they'll choose, just so y'all could get the branding. That was one of the things that made them say, yeah, we got to do it. Because if each episode you open up with the artist picking a bottle of our shit, you giving us ultimate marketing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I also didn't put the words Bel Air in the name just in case season 1, they don't want to do season 2. I could go pick up a different alcohol brand, and just let them be the bottles. But, we're going to have like 2 or 3 questions before we go into the performance. And I just felt like it's something that I want to expand to, like just being somebody who's providing a platform for everybody. That's what made me think to do it, really.
Hey, you miss New York food?
The pizza, the heroes, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in Atlanta, like nobody can make pizza down here, I promise you. The Thai food is trash.
We have other stuff. There's
other
stuff.
Like what? Like what? Like, tell me so I can go get it.
First of all, do you like wings?
And pig feet.
Pig feet.
Do you like wings?
I don't eat meat, so I'm out of a lot of it. I know I'm a miss.
Okay, so you don't eat any meat at all. So you're just straight like vegan or vegetarian?
I do mess with salmon sometimes though. So if y'all got good salmon spots, then I'll rock with that.
Oh, yeah. So there's plenty of seafood places.
The seafood places y'all got the juicy crab, the lazy crab, the ugly crab, the stupid crab. Everything is something crab.
You don't like Fun Divots?
No, never been there. Never been there.
See? Virginia Avenue. Virginia Avenue, Spun Divot.
No. Don't go to Virginia Avenue. Fuck. That's like somebody sending your ass to Fort Rockaway. No, don't sound like that.
First of all, everybody know the good food is in the less desirable areas.
Yeah.
But the spot where this is at on Virginia Avenue, like it's right there by the highway, so you ain't too deep in nothing. You know what I'm saying? Escape.
He can grab his food and dip off.
And you right by the airport. You're not far from the airport.
In and out.
I'm gonna have to bring my security with me, ain't I?
Listen, Jeezy, everybody go there. Jeezy made it famous. Jeezy, he talks about Spun Divots all the time. Yeah, it's his favorite spot.
I'm gonna go there. Nah, I'm gonna pull up because I ran out of spots down here. I ran out of spots to go to for real.
That's what's up.
The South is a little different with food. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna ask another. We'll kind of mix in the career, the moves you're making, and then I just got other questions because I'm nosy. Do you miss looking at the mommies?
In New York, you thinking about like what in New York?
Yeah.
It's different in the South. It ain't.
It is down here. Like you don't really get too many of the like Puerto Rican Dominicans. You get like the Mexican. You know what I'm saying? In New York, you straight get, especially if you go to the Bronx and
because I know they speak Spanish to you when you go to up in Dykeman though.
Oh, Dykeman is like being in DR. Like even like I'm from Brooklyn, so even though I'm from New York, the regular like Dominicans and Puerto Ricans that have moved through Brooklyn, it ain't compared to like the Dykeman. When you go to Dykeman, you are in DR. It is like DR. When you walk up the blocks, you got the Spanish poppies playing dominoes on the corner. You are in DR. So that's a different level, I ain't been in Dykeman in a minute. But
because if you go with like a Dodgers hat, they'll start speaking Spanish to you because you might look like you play second base.
Right? I do look a little Dominican.
A little bit, shit. Nathaniel.
My son is half Dominican. My kids are Dominican.
Oh, see, look.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what's
up. They can't speak Spanish and all that.
That's what's up. I love it. I
bought one with me. I bought one with me down here.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, okay, good.
So what do you like about Atlanta? Since you're so homesick, what are some things you do like about the A?
Nah, I love Atlanta to death, man. This shit is so much opportunity down here, and like the synergy amongst creatives. Like people here is like, oh, you do this, you an artist? Well, I'm a producer. Let's work. It's a lot of that. Like right away. All right. Now, even though some people may be capping about what they did or the less work is always kind of real. It's like, yo, you do that, you do this. And then I feel like every day there's like multiple events happening throughout the city, whether it's big or small.
Yeah.
You might be in a loop, you might not be, but you can never say there's a dead day in Atlanta. In New York, before I left, I'm not going to lie, the industry is kind of segmented in New York. You're not going to be able to just jump on an RSVP list and go up into industry events in New York. You really got to be in this
you got to be in this.
Like,
in the circle.
In the inner circle.
Yeah.
That same circle, if you bring it down to Atlanta, I promise you, the same publicists, they open those same events up to the public. Like, yo, you could come out to T.I.'s birthday bash, Big Lotto have a birthday bash, the city's invited. Like, it ain't really, segregated from like status out here like that.
It's definitely an all access kind of vibe in Atlanta.
What made you choose Atlanta when you was, making that move?
It really is the closest thing to New York. And it was like, I do tech, I do IT. Since there's a lot of black companies here, a lot of black tech, I said, let me get somewhere where black people are winning and are in position to where they have businesses and shit. And it was seamless for me to come down here and get business that way as well. So for me, it was the best move for that in that regard outside of music.
What's next?
How's your career? I mean, not your career, but what are you doing? I know you had those singles that you made because you put them all out and you've written and done stuff for years. What do you got new coming up?
What I decided to do was like empty out my hard drive onto the internet because I got so many joints that's just sitting. So every like 2 weeks or a month, you're going to just see me throw joints out while I focus on Snow. Like I'm using my real budgets and my real strategies to roll out her stuff. But for me, I'm just dropping clearing out my hard drive. So by the time she pop, I think we're going to give her to end of this year to where I think she's going to be in a real position to where now I can say, all right, Nathaniel, the great album on the way. But that's how I'm going to do it. I'm kind of taking a light off myself as an artist because pushing her and being in an executive space is growing me in such a way that I'm like, I'm going to focus on the artistry side on her. I'm going to just let that light shine on her. But I am going to just leak out these records that have been sitting on my hard drive. Things that I probably would have never put out. I'm going to just be putting things out. No money behind them, no nothing. Just throwing them out once a month. You know what I'm saying?
So you just throwing them out, no EP, no nothing, just leaking singles.
Yep, no bodies of work, just throwing stuff out.
Do you find it? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. What you was gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, being that you're artist first, like majority of the time, if you're artist first, that's clearly your passion. You know what I'm saying? That's what got you into entertainment to begin with. Do you find it hard to find balance being an executive versus the passion of wanting to push your own music?
I did for the first month because I'm like, damn, like all right, she got this single, this single, this single. I was just about to drop this. So what am I going to do? And then I said, you know what? Let me just focus on her shit real quick and just put mine to the side and just see how this go. And the progress and the result has been so crazy and so fast that I'm like, damn, like this shit is helping me. Yo, it's people are listening to her shit. Her fans is coming over and listening to my shit. I'm like, I don't even gotta drop nothing really. It's just working. It's working in such a way that it's like I'm still able to grow. Like I don't have to put a push behind any of my shit no more because hers is moving at such a rate that people are just coming right over to my stuff. So I'm like, yo, I know I'm doing it right. I'm supposed to be focusing on her. And the conversations that I'm able to have with other execs or other people in position, whether it's media or other gatekeepers,
they talk to you a little different when you're artists.
There you go.
They
Klassik,
do.
When you're executive, they talk to you a little different.
It is definitely
different. Y'all know because y'all have conversations with artists and y'all have conversations with execs and publicists, and it's a whole different dialogue. And one of the things is 90% of the artists don't understand business etiquette and those type of things to even get to a point across. The publicists, the managers, they got a certain business etiquette that they step to y'all with that opens your ears differently, or they'll come handling business like, yo, what's the cost? What's the rate? So it's teaching me to have that type of etiquette anyway. And it's teaching me to really take a lot of punches to the chin, because a lot of relationships that if it was just about me, I'd be like, nah, fuck you. But certain situations, I'm like, all right, I don't want this to backfire on my artists. So even though they just played us, let me be very political here and, you know what I'm saying, dance around this mishaps. I'm learning to be a lot more patient. And I think we all need that. You know what I mean?
That's a good point you brought up because you're in tech and you've been in the industry. Running corporate as an exec can be sometimes a dog and pony show, can be politics. And, just because y'all cursed each other out to yesterday don't mean you can't do business today.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of politics and having to dance around things and things that get swept under the rug, I saw on your profile that you are a Grammy voting member. And there's always a lot of controversy when it's time for the Grammys around just, I guess, not the just due given to the Black community and the artists and things like that. What's your take on that? Is there something that we can do about that societal wise? Like, to have more of a present, have more of us winning. What's your take on that? But I don't want to get you in trouble though.
No. I like the question. I mean, it's a great question because what I'm about to say, nobody probably is saying this. The bottom line is I think it was $100 to pay for the membership to become a Grammy member after you get nominated to become one. It takes 2 Grammy members to nominate one person. But if the person they nominate have enough accolades, they'll get approved. We could bring so many of us in this shit, but I don't think enough of us is bringing enough of us in it. It's so easy to get in. Me and Scott
that was just recently too. What was it, like a month or 2 months ago? Then when they had the pass along thing or whatever, it was like a month and a half ago, and then they stopped it at a certain point for this year, I guess.
Wait, what you mean? What you mean? Klassik? What
passing? For the Grammy thing, it was basically what you're saying. People could have did it long
like
as
brought people in or nominated people to
win. But the cutoff time was maybe a month and a half ago or something like that, because somebody
So
it to me.
Yeah, every year I think the cutoff is March. I think it's March, and then and it's so crazy you saying that. I should have double checked because I didn't even nominate nobody this year, so that means I fucking wasted it, right? I wasted it. I didn't even. Dead ass. You get 2 nominations. I can nominate 2 different people, and I was thinking I had until goddamn July, so I got to double check that. Klassik. But I think you're right. I think it's March. It's free for me to nominate somebody, and if that person's done something enough, if they get a nomination from me and somebody else, they get voted on. They get nominated on. So if it's that simple for us to pull somebody in, how could it be anybody else's fault that is not enough representation? We could pull each other in.
So we basically need to be looking at the people that's already there and like, why aren't y'all bringing in more? Is it the lack of information? Do they just not know how it works? Or they
because in the rap category,
they want to be the ones to say, well, I'm this elite, I'm in this position.
It's all of that.
That's what it is.
Yo, it's that more than anything, because when I became a Grammy member, I found out that it was like 50 people I knew that been members that could have pulled me in. And I've been doing music for 15 years. I've been doing good business with everybody. I'm everybody goddamn friend. And nobody never said, hey, Nate, you ever thought about being a Grammy member? It just one day, Scott hit me and said, yo, my homegirl mentioned something about Grammy U, and I'm trying to see if she can get us to be a member. And I'm like, yo, Scott, let me make a phone call. I know some people that's members. So I started hitting people I know and going, how much I got to pay you to make me a member? And then two of them that, fuck with me said, you ain't got to pay nothing. All you got to do is send me all your information. And I'm like, damn, is this easy? And I got nominated and accepted. And I'm not going to lie. You see how I just missed the date myself? So for new members, sometimes we not even in tuned enough to be like, oh, let me hurry up and bring people in. Because I think this year, I just dropped the ball. I didn't even think about it because I'm so busy in my own world. But you got people that have been members for 10 years and never bought nobody in. 10 years deep, nobody in the mix. They just sitting here running around with it and not even doing nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? So,
people like to say, yeah, I'm the Grammy guy,
The Grammy, right.
And I'll be honest with you.
They say trophies and degrees don't mean anything, it means something. It's a Grammy.
But nah, look, it don't like being nominated, being a part of the Grammy Academy and all that. If you don't know how to, like, how can I say, like, what are you really doing with it if you're not doing something that makes sense? Like, there's events that you could go to the network. You can do something called Grammy U, where you can mentor somebody else and get a mentee and kind of teach the next person. If you're not doing none of that and you just a Grammy voting member, I swear, you doing that shit for no reason. You got to pay a yearly membership. They just making bread off you.
Yeah,
I promise you. If you're not using it, it ain't really all that. And I'm telling you that, and I'm only 1 year in, but all the people I know that's 4 or 5 years in, they feel the same way. They like, bro, it really ain't. If you're not using it, you just sitting there with it and they don't do nothing for you. You know what I mean? So I don't even want to gas it like it's this big thing. It's whatever.
I can dig it.
Well, I appreciate that. I think that was very informative because I think that people really don't know how it works. And all they see is the production when it's actually time for the award show. And they see their favorite person not, win an award and feeling slighted and feeling like it's always just this racial curve when it's really us that's holding us back for not bringing more representation in.
Yeah, and let me tell you another thing. The way the Grammys work, it's all about how many votes you get from members. So what people do is all the members, there's different cities where the members go to gatherings and they link up and members meet members over throughout the year. So that when it's time to drop their single or it's time to vote, they go, yo, Mike, yo, I need your vote. I need your vote. So we call it campaigning. Yeah. So if you get in the loop and get in the mix, you raising your likelihood to win. It is coming from people you met. You understand?
I will say this because, we're hip hop guys. We're R&B guys, right? When I saw Killer Mike win, like, I think he's dope personally, but I don't think he deserved to go clean the slate of rap.
But I knew exactly why he won. I was
he's campaigning.
Right? Yeah, I was there seeing him at the Grammy events months before that. The dude was performing at them, meeting all the members in the room. He was campaigning well. He was, what up, I'm Killer Mike. Yo, I'm gonna have my album up for this time, these categories. When it was time to vote, all these people he met,
they voted.
And you got to understand, he know people that have been Grammy voting members that have been in the Academy for 20 years, 30 years.
Easily.
Yeah. So he got new members, old members. It becomes a no-brainer for somebody like that. And in the white world, they got the same shit going on. They got the country people are all friends. They like, yo, Reba's gonna be running for a Grammy. Everybody here from the country club, we need y'all to vote. It really is politics.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So let's talk about your brand ambassadorships. You have Bel Air, correct? Name a couple others, because I know there's just more than one.
Yeah. I rock with Bel Air, Slapwoods, Candy Burris got a candy line called Bedroom Candy, lingerie line called Bedroom Candy out here in Atlanta. A few. Bel Air got another joint called Vion that we rock with. And the funny thing is, I don't drink or I don't smoke. So
I've tried that. I've actually had Vion before, and it's really good. I've had
yes. pretty decent. They trying to get that more out there because a lot of people it got like a Big Red type of flavor. Some people don't like that taste, but
it's decent. Like you can
Nathaniel, I was trying to tell her, excuse me, I was trying to tell her, like, us guys that think with our mind, we drink water, exercise, and try to eat kind of clean. We're not trying to, you know what I mean? We're not trying to go the other route. You feel me?
Whatever.
But I will, yeah.
No, I hosted an event and they had me on there, and that was like, they were just doing kind of like a promo or whatever. And it was really good. Everybody enjoyed it. It's like, it's not really liquor, but it's not really champagne. It's just like in the middle, kind of. But it was real smooth, and it wasn't too strong. Like it wasn't.
Yeah, definitely not too strong. Yeah, it's right in the pocket. It's like if you don't want none too strong, it's kind of sweet. It just works for like that taste. I wasn't the craziest fan of it myself, but I know where it would fit. You know what I'm saying? I know where it works.
Yeah.
That gentleman that owns that Bel Air, the white dude with the crazy hair, how's he to work with? What's his name? Brett or Bert?
That was right, Brett. Yeah.
Brett.
He's solid. They threw a mansion party at Ross' house like 3 years ago. It was the Blue Party when they launched their Bel Air Blue line. And it was my first time even seeing anything Bel Air connected. A DJ that's with them said, Nate, come with me to this party in Atlanta at Ross' crib. I'm like, word, I'm going to Ross' house. I was like ecstatic. So I pull up. As soon as I walk in, I see this white guy there just picking up stuff, helping out with shit. And then somebody was like, yo, that's the owner. So when I saw that shit, I'm like, yo, the owner of this whole shit is like hands-on, helping out. Like, he was really tapped in. So I messaged him about 6 months after that and was like, yo, man, I was at the Bel Air Blue Party and I saw you. I met him there too. I just shook his hand real quick. I was like, yo, I saw the way you was working the room and I really appreciate just seeing somebody on that level really work. And I was like, if there's anything I could do to like cross integrate your brand with what I got going on. And he instantly plugged me with the head marketing person in New York. And then that's how I got my sponsorship. But it was from me seeing him to just connecting with that energy that led me to build with them. But he's a good dude. Solid. I'll say solid dude, man. I DM'd him directly, a stranger, like, yo, he didn't remember meeting me that day, but that's how solid he is.
That's what's
you know
up.
What I mean?
That's what it is.
Now, speaking of hands-on, I want to rewind back to the this bedroom candy business. How exactly do you get implemented into this lingerie stuff? Like, what do you?
He ain't wearing
How
it.
does that work?
I know, right? Yo, I'm like, damn, I ain't wearing it. I ain't got the male joint with the elephant trunk hanging down off my meat. But so I seen a brand. And I'm like, I got this song with Raheem Devon called "Your Legs" that I want to drop, and it's a sexy joint. So I'm like, I need a brand that I could connect this to, and I ended up going to one of the events that they had, and they got a bunch of sex toys. Really, that's what it is. Bedroom candy is really sex toys, but they also sell lingerie. And I'm like, yo, this would be fire if I could have like a mixer where we have one of these girls trying the sex toys, and we brand this around the single. Now, that didn't work out. I didn't get the chance to get that whole situation to pop off. But in the midst of me proposing that, they said, you could be one of our ambassadors. You know what I'm saying? You could just, we'll give you like percentage of some sex toys and you drop some records around this. So that's it. I'm not, like Klassik said, I'm not trying on nothing. I'm just.
Hey, I didn't know because I've seen those parties. And like you said, there's they have somebody laying in the middle and they literally will demonstrate with. Yeah, so I didn't know.
They'll do it.
Hey, next they're gonna say, hey, the Nathaniel is he selling the mold of himself this next month?
Yeah, that's fire.
They got the Nathaniel doll.
Yo, don't give me no ideas, because I would definitely let them sell a mold of my joint. Like, I'm with shit like that. Like, I'm a marketing guy, and I'm confident about what my mold would do for society. So listen, I'll hit up like, yo, Candy, what we doing? Oh, what's up?
I know that's right.
It's a good idea.
So what you got? You got any secrets you want to let out? You got some stuff coming?
Biggest thing is joint that we about to roll out with me and Snow and Kodak Black.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah. Fortunate to have that joint. I can't say this, but it's it got a lock all the way in, but I'll put it here. It's a record with me and supposed to be on a record with T.I. with on this PSC project, because PSC is back together. I don't know if y'all seen that, but
Pimp Squad.
Yeah, they got some shit going on. So
That's
you know,
up.
stuff like that. Unreleased records that I could talk about. I'm not supposed to, but I'll put it here. You know,
Stay right here. They're gonna have to run it by the fleet. Another thing, are you gonna run artists like you guys have been, you and your partner, in the summertime for the tour? Or you guys are not?
Yes. Nah, we coming. We're gonna bring a few. We're gonna bring a few to the conference, definitely.
Look, I was like,
so are you guys going up to Raleigh ever?
You mean just in general to visit Raleigh?
Just in general.
Yeah, we kind of go to Raleigh often. We was there for Dreamville, was there for 3 days, and then 3 weeks before that we was there. And if I'm not wrong, Scott is going tomorrow, but me is not going. So we always hit Raleigh. Okay. That's like a second.
Yeah, if you guys are ever doing an artist thing, Anaya is a singer, and she's good.
She's real good.
Yo,
she's real good. She's dope.
She sang the national anthem for the Charlotte Hornets.
Yo, she dope.
Thanks,
fam. Yo, we pulling up.
She can sing. She can sing. She can cook. She can cook and she can sing. She ain't nice like a motherfucker.
She got a mean ass fucking cat too.
Yeah, that cat is bigger than a tiger. Oh, her cat'll beat pit bulls up.
Damn. When he said she got a mean ass cat, I was like, wait, we back to talking about bedroom candy? Like,
no. We don't know nothing about that shit. No.
Oh, my fault. All right. That was a cat.
Bring the sex toys, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now you got me thinking about calling Candy up and say, let's sell something called Mean Ass Cat.
There we go. Yo. We need a mold. We need an Anaya mold. What's up?
Oh, listen, I'm with it. I would totally do that. I'm confident about my mold as well.
You know what? Me and Klassik need percentage. That's all.
Creative, you know what I'm saying? Y'all help with, I'm with it. I'm not selfish. Everybody eats. Everybody eats too.
That's what's up. But before we let you go, you know what I'm saying? You got anything you want to say?
Yeah, man. Listen, shout to the Fleet Klassik. My brother, you always tapped in with me. I appreciate you from day one. As you know, anything that you're doing, I'm always connected to it, and I'm always here to rock out with you, support you. Thank you for having me on all of your platforms, and we're going to do this shit for life, man. Like, I'm always going to rap. The bigger I get, the more I could bring to value to the Fleet and start bringing more shit your way, and we're going to rock this out forever. I really appreciate you, my dude, for real.
You already know how we rock out. That's what it is.
Hey, before we do let you go, tomorrow when you bring the youngins up to like the nursery school, just look at them ugly ass kids again.
Yo, I'm tight because I am, man. It's this one, like, yo, this is crazy.
This one. You know what you do? You know what you do? You walk up to this little, was he about 3 or 2?
2.
You walk up to this little 2-year-old and you say, do me a favor, kid. And he's gonna be like, yeah, Mr. N. Like, smack your parents twice.
Yo, yeah, man, this is wrong.
Yo, you're gonna see him tomorrow.
Hey, but he look at the kid though. He
gonna go like this.
Noticed it.
Right.
He gonna think about it.
Yeah, just tell him smack your parents twice. That's it.
I'm gonna really take a second look at the kid and think about you like, yo, this dude really said that, man. This is crazy.
Yes.
We're gonna let you go, man. Can't wait to see you at the conference, man. It's gonna be a joy as always, brother.
Appreciate y'all, man. I'll see y'all there. We're going to rock out as always.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Have a good night.
You too.
Man, great show.
Yes.
Great show.
Pitchin Grindin, like an artist with an artist on the Grammy member voting board. Like, that's a lot. That's.
We should name this show, like, because you know how you can name a show?
Yeah.
Molds of Gold.
Molds of Gold.
This is episode Molds of Gold.
Molds of Gold.
Brought to you by Pitchin Grindin.
You know what though? If my parents was alive, they'd shake their head and say, "What kind of fucking son they got?" Because I shouldn't be talking about 2-year-olds being so fucking ugly.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, he's gonna look at that kid tomorrow.
You a different breed.
You a different breed. That kid tomorrow.
But I gotta.
He is. And
you gotta. But am I lying?
Nah.
I'm not lying. Because I know I'm not lying. You can smile, but I'm not lying. This Pitchin Grindin radio, man. Aaron Fleet DJ's got a 9 Klassik. We'll definitely hit you back next week. We had a great guest, great time. You know what it is.
All right.
All right. Countdown. Fleet conference.